Okay, here's the fourth thing I did, is I went back on the internet and I Googled, I like rockabilly music, so I picked that out and I went to radio.net, rockabillyradio.radio, and there it is, and here's my speaker. Okay, turn that down. Here's some of the radios I was looking at. You know, when you buy something, it shows up everywhere, so get used to it. Okay, now here is the user manual. It's got a whole bunch of stuff you don't even need to know about on the back, kind of like tires. And then on the front, here it is, the one I got. And they don't tell you a whole lot about it. You got to kind of figure it out on your own. So I'm going to figure it out for you in my terms. So let's see, what do we got here? I had to look up the addresses to talk to somebody, because if you look over here and any place on this thing, you don't find a phone number, an email address, or nothing to get a hold of anybody on this thing. So there it is. You can stop the video any place and write it down. So there you go. And they will get back to you. Seem pretty good about that. Okay, now here I was telling you about that measuring tape. You know, this that tape right there and the antenna. Well, you find the signal that you want, and then being I found 95.9, you look on here at 95.9. I've had a bunch of them, but I finally found one that works good. So you crisscross them there, and it'll tell you in centimeters, which is on the, see, this is inches here, and the other side is centimeters. So you just stick that at the base and go up until you got what it tells you to do here. So megahertz right there from 76 up to 108. And in America, everything got to end with that dot odd number. And then you come over here and it'll tell you how tall that antenna's got to be, so you get maximum working power out of it. And here's the chart too to go by. You'll figure it out if you can figure stuff like this out. And then it tells you what buttons to push, you know, for what here. So I guess I can go through it for you, and then you can kind of get it, because I didn't get it by reading the instructions. I had to play with it. So here we go. Oh, I forgot. This is another jumper wire you get with it, and it goes into your computer. So if you look on the computer here, it's got a little round thing that you got for your, you know, speaker wire. There's one on the back too, but this one here's on the front, so I just plugged into it. And when you're coming off your computer, you go to this one right here where it says audio. And this is for from your computer, that first one there. And the second one over here, it says microphone on it. So you may as well turn that one off. You know, just turn the knob all the way down. Leave it turned off, because you don't have nothing plugged in there, so it ain't going to work. And this one here's the music. So you plug it into that, and you, oh, make sure you have the antenna hooked up before you do anything, or else it'll burn up. CB radios are the same way. If you don't have an antenna on that thing, it's going to smoke. And the power source right there. You don't have anything else to worry about. And one thing I did notice, it's kind of a noisy little motor in there. And if I'm going to run it too long, it's going to get a little hot. So I just stick a couple pencils under it so that it gets a little circulation. So here we go. We'll turn the thing on. Oh, I got me a portable radio here, so I can tell if it's working or not. So here's on. You just hold it in until everything lights up. There you go. I already got it on the signal that I wanted on. So now if you look over here at the right hand side at the very bottom there, it says megahertz, and that's what that channel is. And you look up here in the top left, it's got kind of an antenna looking thing there. It's got a little one beside it, and then it's got a little bit bigger icon right beside that one to the right of it. The one in the middle, that's the speakers. So you can have either a mono sound with one speaker, or you can put it on stereo for 2. And see, I guess the rest of it I have to show you how it works. And this first button does everything. And I guess I ought to push it back and turn the lights on so you can see it better. Okay. See if this helps any. Nah. Okay, here we go. First button. You just push it once, like that, a little quickie, and then that one starts blinking. So you can pick out the frequency you want. So it goes up or down. But make sure you end on it. See that? It won't transmit to a digital radio on that one. But you go to that one, it will. So you got to remember that. Make sure that that number behind the dot is an odd number. And it'll pick up on any digital radio you got here in the United States. So where was I at here? Oops. I guess I got to push it again to get it to work. There we go. Let's see, where was I at? 95.9. So we'll go down to 95.9. There we go. 95.9. Okay, now that first button, it does a whole lot of stuff. So let's see what it does here now. Okay. That next bunch there, now you see the antenna over there blinking? Well, it's set up, you see a little signal there and then a bigger one to the right of it. So you push it like that. Oops. Guess I gotta go back again. Okay, now I remember. This thing here, up or down, see you got that little bitty dot there? And you push the other one for up, and that'll get 2 of them. So what that means is this thing right there is transmitting on 5 watts. And you push the up one, and you see 2 things in there. That means it's operating on 15 watts, more power. Okay, now let's go back to this one. Push it once, then them speakers are, there's 2 of them. So you go down like that, it gives you 1 speaker. You go like that, it's 2 speakers, stereo. Okay, let's push it again here. Oh, this here is for Bluetooth. I don't use that, so you can have that one on off. See, it goes up and down, on, off. Just leave it off. Okay, here's how hot this machine is right now, the operating temperature of it. Now we're back to the beginning. Nothing flashing, so it's going to work. So, turn on your little portable and see what it's doing. What's my scanner doing now? It's going to interfere with something. I got a police scanner here. Turn that off. But anyway, there's the... Oop. Guess I lost it. Let's see what this one says. Well, something went wrong there, but anyway, it was working. Well, it shows it's still putting out. Just tell me that you want me the way I want. Well, anyway, looks like it's the computer's being temperamental here. There we go. Just better turn it off or drive everybody nuts. So anyway, it's real simple to run. It just made me kind of nervous. Oh, this knob here on the left side, I kind of drove around and listened to it on my car radio, and it looks to me like, if you see that little nick right there in the handle, that's about 10 o'clock on the dial is what most people call it. You know, if you turn it up to half, yeah, puts out more juice, but then your signal starts getting a little bit distorted. Crap, I wonder what's wrong with my computer. It keeps kicking on and off. But anyway, I think you just leave it down here about 10 or 11 o'clock position, the little dot that's on that thing. I know you can't see it, but I can. There it is. About 10 or 11 o'clock area, and that'll be plenty. Be nice and clear. And this thing here, with the antenna here in my bedroom, you know, bedroom, there's my computer in the bed and so on. It will transmit about a mile. If I didn't have all these things in the way, it'd probably go further. So anyway, it's a good little outfit, and you can plan on getting out about a mile with a lot of junk in the way, or it might go 2 miles with. And if you got this base on it, put it up in the attic, you might be able to get like 3.5 miles from what I hear. But I'm just going to use it at a car show, so that's the way this thing works for me, and I hope you have lots of fun with it. This Junkman signing off.